Welcome you in here to Bowie State University for another installment of 94-50 League Hoops. It's the undefeated Capital Seahawks, 15-0 on the season. They're first in the 94-50 League, up against the Frederick Flying Cows, 7-8, fifth overall in the league. A battle of two long-term heavyweights. The Flying Cows looking to get back on track, and it starts against the league's best right here at Bowie State University. Ben Geffner on the call for this one for what should be a fun Sunday afternoon matinee basketball game. For the Seahawks, it's Cam Gaines, Andre Fox, Draco Palmer, A.J. Cox, and Marcus Kennedy. And for the Flying Cows, it's Alani Moore, Quentin Scott, Shadell Millinghaus, DeAndre Johnson, and Mekhi Grant in to start. It's going to be the big man, Marcus Kennedy, in jumping up against Mekhi Grant for the Flying Cows. We are up and away here at Bowie State University. Home of the Bulldogs, but occupied by the Seahawks right now as their home floor. Nice pump fake inside, open runway, and it's the first two on the board for the Flying Cows. Amir Harris with that one. Here's Kennedy up inside. Sealing on the play is A.J. Cox. He gets fouled to reach in on the play. Cox, the Bowie, Maryland native, 6'4", from Harcum College. A welcome addition to this backcourt for the Capital Seahawks. Led, of course, by Andre Fox, the man with the basketball right now. Fox setting up the offense as he's done the past two seasons. Kennedy pump fakes away up inside and misses front rim and out. Rebounded by Millinghaus, and here's the Flying Cows in transition. Another two on the board, streak it, make it 4-0 early, and Alani Moore gets an easy layup to fall. Fox thought about a three, gets it back to Kennedy. Kennedy sealing inside, looks to pass, stolen away by Moore. Here's Moore in transition, they want to run. The team in purple moves so fast. Tough to contend against this pace. Why not? Puts up a three, no good. Here's Fox on the other end. It's a one-man show so far for the Seahawks, but he turns it over. Over to Scott, who shuttles a pass over to Millinghaus. Inside, and that's what the big man does. Mekhi Grant makes it 6-0 Cows to stun the Capital Seahawks here early. Scoreboard still dark. We've very rarely seen that happen this year. And that one way off by Cam Gaines. So it's an uncharacteristic start for the Seahawks. An early 6-0 hole as Alani Moore looking to add to it right here. Passes on the right wing to Quentin Scott. Here's Scott trying to split the lane, finds the open man in Grant. Grant squares up a three, misses. Nice seal away by Andre Fox for the defensive board. Here's Draco Palmer inside to Kennedy. Kennedy muscles his way through traffic. Again, though, can't get the layup to fall. Flying Cows on the other end. Nice fake away. And the second chance slam by Grant. Mekhi Grant, the 6'10 power forward, doing it all and some more for the Flying Cows. 8-0 start. About as good as it can get for the team in purple. A long outlet pass. Mistimed it, just some miscommunication on there. Here's the Seahawks still looking for their first points on the board. Fake away inside, corner for Palmer, squares up, puts up a triple, rebounded on the play. Back inside, Fox swatted away by DeAndre Johnson. It's all Frederick here early. Out of bounds, will stay right here with the Flying Cows. So a few early subs in to try to combat this strong start by the Flying Cows. It's going to be Danny Agbalese in, the Maryland native, former Hampton center. A commanding presence in the interior, trying to limit this offense that's been so powerful here today. Fade, bump, nothing but air on that one. Andre Fox gets the rebound as the shot clock buzzer sounds inside. First two on the board for the Seahawks, courtesy of A.J. Cox. The Bowie native puts up the first two here at Bowie State University. Alani Moore seals his man, finds the corner. See this slow, methodical pace, a transition from the from the fast start rather that we saw in the early minutes. And a shot clock violation, buzzer sounds, but we still play on. Another tough layup attempt. Second chance rebound is there by Grant. He's been so good here today. The lefty, so pure from the mid-range. Frederick hits double digits first, so 10-2, an 8-point deficit for the Seahawks. Here's Cox, scored the first two just a minute ago, tries to make it double jeopardy, can't do so. A 2-on-1, can the Flying Cows take advantage? And they can't. Great defense on the other end by the Seahawks. Seeing the pace start to slow down, they want to get good, high-quality looks now. Draco Palmer thought about the inside pass, and again, just a little bit long, mistimed it. This 94-50 league, the first season, its inaugural season, when we talked to general manager of the Seahawks, Mike Burrows, he said this league went through a, quote, name the league contest, and the league was named 94-50 league. It's 8 teams in the league, regional powerhouses of years prior stacked into one super league, if you will. And the basketball, the quality of it has just been raised another level in 2026. Palmer squares away, a triple. Oh yeah! Draco Palmer, a welcome sign if you're a Seahawks player right now to see one go through the laces. Here's Millinghaus, swatted away on the other end. Great defense by the Seahawks. Palmer looks to go back-to-back. Just off the front rim and out. The rebound by Fox, though, muscles his way in. Blocked, third chance effort by Palmer. He's so good on the second chance. We saw him light it up from distance a minute ago, and now he does it from inside the paint. A dual threat, if you will, for the Seahawks in the backcourt. Here's Moore looking to answer right back. Has Cam Gaines on an island. A pass inside, nice spin move, and uses the glass for two is DeAndre Johnson. He's got 4 of them so far here today. An early 12-7 lead for the Flying Cows that they've kept the entire way. A seal inside, that one broken up. Here's Johnson, nice pass inside, blocked to the rim, but a foul on the play. And for the first time today, we'll be heading to the charity stripe. An early timeout whistle before that happens. Take a look at that last sequence right there. The Flying Cows operating in transition as they've done all day today. A block on the play, but some contact on the arm first sends the Flying Cows to the line right after this. Back here at Bowie State University, where the Flying Cows have a 12-7 lead over the Capital Seahawks, and now they hold possession. It's going to be at the free throw line. A shooting foul the possession prior sends the first free throws up on the board here today. 5:50 left to go in this first period. And a few subs coming out of that timeout. Jalen Alston checks in for the Seahawks, as well as Chris Ray, the Shelby, North Carolina native, who's seen some really good bench minutes this season. At the charity stripe for the Flying Cows, it'll be Quentin Scott. First one is pure. So the cowbells ring for the Flying Cows, 13-7. They're up 6. Scott gets the shooter's bounce on free throw number 2. See the soft full court press coming into play now. Shadell Millinghaus pressing up high against Andre Fox, and it's the right move if you're the Flying Cows. Fox so good in that guard spot as he has been the past 2 seasons. The second chance looks is where the Seahawks have thrived. They've thrived in chaos so far today. A 3 on the other end from Palmer. Oh yeah, Draco Palmer, why not? His second 3 today. And the Seahawks storming back after being scoreless for the game's first few minutes. A steal on the play. Great effort by Chris Ray. Over to Fox, the lob. And the layup, the alley-oop. Layup on the other end. It's defense to offense in a flurry for the Seahawks. And all the momentum back on their side. Here's Millinghaus, a 6'2" point guard. Gets it back on the right wing. Finds a screen, looking for the open man. Finds the one-on-one isolation, as he's done so far here today. A nice cut inside, but the shot clock violation first. He was looking and found DeAndre Johnson, but too much time went off the clock there. Clock management is something the Flying Cows are looking to improve at. But for the Seahawks, we talked to General Manager Mike Burrows prior to the season, and he told us this team is way more athletic in terms of quickness, speed, jumping ability than they were last year. And he said, quote, "We're hoping to play at a faster pace because of that." And you're seeing that faster pace come into play right now. Here's Palmer, his third triple on the day. Draco Palmer says, why not let it fly once again? Johnson looking to answer, he can't. For one of the first times today, the Flying Cows are in a rough spot. And they'll have the side out. Seahawks take their first lead on the day. And a few subs back in as starting guard Alani Moore checks back in to give Millinghaus a breather. Here is Moore directing the offense. Wants that low screen. Finds the open man on the right wing. In and out. Can't get the midi to fall for Traore. Here's Chris Ray shuttling a player through. Andre Fox takes advantage of the left screen. And the easy mid-range falls. They extend their lead to a game-high 3. Burrows said Fox was probably this team's most efficient scorer, but he also called him a professional scorer. He said after 2 weeks of practice this preseason, the new returners, or the new players rather, realized how good these returners headlined by Fox really, really were. Fox, Kennedy, Creek, Ray, and Core are all returners. And Burrows told us those returning guys are hungry. And you're seeing that evolve into a 15-0 record on the season for the Seahawks. That's first in the 94-50 league. The Flying Cows, meanwhile, trying to dethrone them. The Seahawks averaging a league best 117 points on the season. So efficient, but such high volume as well to go along with that. Misses the second. Rebounded by the Seahawks, and here they go. It's Palmer, who's had a day from beyond the arc. This time he passes it inside. A wild possession there. Loses control of the ball, and once again, it'll stay right here with the Seahawks, though. So chaos. It's been the theme of the game for both teams. A low-scoring game for the Seahawks so far. But they've seemed to find a groove in the last couple minutes. Not on that possession, though. It's headed the other way to Frederick. And the Flying Cows want to talk this one over after being handed their first deficit of the game, leading for nearly the game's first 10 minutes, but not anymore. Let's see if the Seahawks can hold it right after this. The Capital Seahawks, their first lead of the ball game, 17-15 with 3 minutes and change to go in this first period. It's the Flying Cows looking to answer right back and equalize or take their second lead of the ball game. That one trickles out right, and it's all Seahawks. Andre Fox, led by that man right there, finds a high screen, dribbles back, goes back left, finds the mid-range, nice pocket pass, deflected and stolen away by Makai Grant. Triple by Moore, no good. Grant hustles for the rebound. So many of them here today. Goes isolation on the block, and Sopier once again. He's found success from that exact spot a couple times here today. Equalizes it up at 17 apiece with 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go in this first period. A risky entry pass once again. There's been a lot of seals, but the entry passes haven't quite been on point 100% of the time. Muscling inside and drawing the foul is Jalen Alston, the North Carolina native, formerly at Winston-Salem State University. This team, led by head coach Jasper Williams, his second year at the helm. Someone these players really trust, and who someone Mike Burrows told us was a big part of the reason why these guys are interested in playing for the Seahawks and why they've built this super team, so to speak, in 2026. Said they really respect him from an X's and O's perspective and as well as a player development perspective. He's so good at getting the best out of all of his players, and that's what he's done this season. And part of the reason why they're 15-0. Flying Cows, wild offense. It results in a wide open three splash for Amir Harris, the 6'6" small forward, rattles in a triple. Fox shimmies right, fakes left in triple threat position, finds the open man in the corner. Three, can't answer right back though. Mo Creek just long. More inside now. Nice bucket there by Mustafa Traore. Traore 6'8", 220. Such a strong, powerful frame in the front court. And a foul on the drive by Andre Fox. So foul on Traore right there. After he made that three, and now it's Andre Fox up to the charity stripe. The This is the first one. And finds bottoms on the second. Andre Fox adding to the Seahawks' count, but they find themselves down once again. A familiar spot they've been in most of the game, but an unfamiliar spot this season. They haven't had to play down much at all. You see the defense is their spark plug. They're just waiting for the offense to match it. Fox, that might help right there. Misses the second chance effort, no good as well. So back-to-back misses right at the rim for the Seahawks. Two very good chances. And a miss on the other end by the Flying Cows. So 40 seconds to go in this first period. Chris Ray driving through the lane. Lefty scoop is in. Isn't that a pretty layup from Chris Ray? A 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock here at Bowie State University. This first period, a back-and-forth affair as it comes to a close. Ray with the steal just after he made that bucket on the other end, and Andre Fox will settle it down for one final shot here. Making his move at 5. Passes back over on the give and go. Fox with it back, forces up a 3. High and away, no good as he hits the deck hard and wanted a call on that one. The Flying Cows up one though after the first period of play. Let's see if they can keep it after the break here at Bowie State University. Ben Geffner back here from Bowie State University. It's the Frederick Flying Cows versus the Capital Seahawks. 1 quarter down, 3 to go. 22-21 is your score. The 15-0 Seahawks were on the ropes for most of the first quarter. Then they surged back in the final few minutes to take the lead. And the back and forth affair continued through the last few as the Flying Cows surged back right after. Here come the Cows. Over for Moore. Alani Moore steadying the offense, directing from the top of the perimeter. Shuttles a pass over to DeAndre Johnson. Here's Johnson stolen away inside. On the effort from Marcus Kennedy. Can't come away with it though, and it'll stay right here. Some 94-50 league hoops on this Sunday afternoon for you. No better place to be than Bowie State University. Here's Moore. On the outside is Johnson. Another shot clock violation, though. That's the second of the day for the Flying Cows. We've seen it more than once, and it's been a theme of this offense. They've been so good at times, but through those flashes offensively, they haven't managed the clock very well. A few shot clock violations and careless possessions to match it. No can do on the other end for the Seahawks. Here are the Flying Cows. In the corner, inside to Johnson. The hook shot, a wild right-handed attempt there. Stolen away and wrapped around by the rebound is Chris Ray. Here is Smith. Cam Smith spins right. Bump fade. Is patient with it and gets the shooter's bounce. Bino Smith, the Cal State Bakersfield guard, formerly now with the Seahawks. Flying Cows looking to answer, and they can't. The Seahawks on the other end can't either. It's 23-22 with 10 minutes and change to go before halftime. Flying Cows so patient. They can't get the bounce on that one though. Here is Bino Smith. Saw him score an easy two just a minute ago. That time it's anticipated away. And a wild pass on the other end though. Intended for Quentin Scott. And the Flying Cows staff is not happy on the sideline after that one. A seemingly easy 2-for-1 attempt. Unable to be converted. And heading to the scorer's table right now to try to match it is Shadell Millinghaus. As Alston builds the Seahawks lead. For the Flying Cows, it's slipping away just a little bit. Still a one-possession ball game. Plenty of time left in this one. The left-handed Grant puts up a three, no good. Rebounded by the team in black. Bino Smith over on the other end for Mo Creek. Over to Smith. Hoists up a triple off the mark. This time they try the same pass. It goes through. Grant with the three. Splash! DeAndre Johnson, rather. The 6'10" small forward showing his range from beyond the arc. It's knotted up at 25 apiece now. Seahawks, balanced offense, outside-inside game, but they haven't been able to protect it. Way off on that one. It's a shot clock violation because that three attempt by Chris Ray did not hit the rim. The second chance attempt was waved off on the interior by Jalen Alston. Take a look there at head coach Jasper Williams talking things over with Draco Palmer, who's been superb here today. Really, really good from distance. Flying Cows travel on that one. Yet another turnover for Frederick. A turnover-heavy start for both teams, as this has had the feel of an all-star game, so to speak, because it is. It's two really, really good teams. The Flying Cows, their record might not reflect it this season. They're 7-8 on the year, good for 5th of 8 in the 94-50 league, but this is a team that's historically been really, really good. And the Seahawks, just their second year in action, have been unbelievable. So Johnson rattles in the three. Another lead change here today. Bino Smith, a nice spin around right. Crafty pass inside from Oak Creek. Here's Kennedy, and a one on the play. Marcus Kennedy, the 6'9" center, with a chance for three at the line right now. Philadelphia native, take one more look at how he did that one. Muscles his way through traffic. That's tough to stop. Nice speed and varying the direction, varying the speed of that attack. Started off fast and went into kind of a slow pump fake and waited on it until he got a good look. Can't convert on the three-point play though. And it's the Flying Cows going left to right. Here is Damian Daniels over for Scott. That three short, a 2-on-1 sequence now. Over to Creek, no one guarding him. Can't convert though. And a 2-on-2 on the other end. Can the Flying Cows take advantage? Marcus Kennedy says not so fast. Saw the offense, now he's doing it on the defensive end. In the corner for Scott. Here is Quentin Scott with possession. A long attempt by Millinghaus, off right once again. It's been a tough go in this second quarter from distance for the Flying Cows. A spin around for Mo Creek. Into the corner for Gaines. Oh yeah! Cam Gaines adds to the three-point party for the Seahawks in this second quarter. A 4-point lead now for the home squad. Millinghaus looking to answer, but they're off. 2-on-2 now, and the slam with authority is Jalen Alston. Play of the game so far for the Seahawks. Takes them to a game-high 6-point lead. And let's take one more look at that. Potentially the dunk of the season in the 94-50 league. Unbelievable athleticism there by Alston. The left-hand tomahawk through the lane, and it sends the Seahawks to a 34-28 lead and forces a Flying Cows timeout. Well, if you're just joining us here at Bowie State University, you just missed what might have been the dunk of the year in the 94-50 league from Jalen Alston. And the Capital Seahawks bench during that entire timeout was reenacting that left-handed slam. But on the other end is the right-handed slam from Quentin Scott. The second team to 30 is the Flying Cows, playing from behind here before halftime. Here are the Seahawks. Creek in the corner. A long-range triple, way off the mark. And the Flying Cows let that one fall out of bounds before they dribble it back up. Here is Shadell Millinghaus, 6'2" point guard, the director of this Flying Cows offense. Surges to the left, the bump, the fade, the pass inside for Grant. And the traveling violation, another turnover by Frederick. More than a few on the day for the Flying Cows, as it's a sub here early, right after this timeout. Mo Creek heads to the bench. The Maryland native, who's so good from distance this season, hasn't had success today, but really, really good is Mo Creek. We spoke with General Manager Mike Burrows prior to the season. He was so complimentary of Creek. Someone who led the league in three-pointers last year. Didn't have a lot of help last year outside of him from distance, but this year so much more perimeter help. And that one right there is why. It's Mo Creek himself who takes it that time. A much-needed triple to get his scoring on the board. But this year they have players to help him from distance. Alongside Mo Creek, got Draco Palmer, who's hoisted and made a few here today. Cam Smith and so many others. Stolen away on the play. A high floater is so pure from Bino Smith. And another steal on the play. Back over to Smith. Triple. Nylon. Bino Smith. A game-high 12-point lead now for the Seahawks. And it forces another Frederick timeout. The Seahawks haven't lost a game this season. They're 15-0, and they weather an early storm. And hitting shots like that will only extend this lead even more. We'll be back after the break for some more 94-50 League Hoops. Back here at Bowie State University, if you're just joining us, the Capital Seahawks Still early in this one, but they're on the precipice of their 16th consecutive win to open the 2026 94-50 league season. Here's Alani Moore in for the Flying Cows. Finds Johnson on the perimeter, who squares away a triple. Oh yeah! DeAndre Johnson, the 6'10", stretch big. And short is the three. The second chance effort is in for Marcus Kennedy. Seahawks have been so good today at those second chance touches. The goal now is to convert off of them. The shot clock winding down, and the shooters bounce as the buzzer sounds. It's A.J. Cox with the 2 off the glass. Stop and start, spin around for Frederick. The fade away, no good. Rebounded, is collected away by Bino Smith. Here's Smith, the wild pass, but it goes through to Cox. Cox can't get a handle on it, stays baseline for the Seahawks. An 11-point lead is what the Seahawks are currently sporting right now with 3:38 to go before halftime. Cox with the seal on the perimeter. Passes it over to Kennedy. Kennedy, the big man, looking for a recipient. Finds Draco Palmer. Palmer with the white headband, turns the ball over though. Here's Damian Daniels. Over to Johnston. Off the glass, mistimed that layup. Palmer once again. Nice entry pass, a couple of passes right there, and the and one for Cam Gaines. The 6'9" forward gets 2 and has a chance to make it 3. Palmer, it was the pass inside to Cox, who shuttled it back away for Gaines, and a nice right-handed reverse. Gaines gets it to go. 14-point lead before the half. It's all Seahawks here in period number 2. Johnson on isolation island. Can't get the bounce on that one. It was halfway down, but it rimmed out. Bino Smith, a nice crafty pass inside, swatted away, but a lot of contact on the layup attempt. Headed back to the free throw line is Marcus Kennedy, former Villanova center. It was a 3-on-1 there, a triple team on Kennedy. That just speaks to how powerful he is inside. Short on the first free throw attempt, though. Grant checks out for the Flying Cows and checks in Mustafa Traore, who's seen some good minutes here today. The 6'8" power forward has rattled in a 3 as well as some second chance layups too. And a wild dunk attempt there from Millinghaus. Here are the Seahawks though. An easy layup, the second chance floater in from Mo Kennedy. Marcus Kennedy, why not? And the first team to 50 is the Seahawks. Elbow jumper, so good is Mustafa Traore. That's why he's playing big time minutes here against the league's best in the Seahawks. Palmer skirting the baseline, blocked on the shot attempt up. A nice play by Johnston. Can they convert it to offense? And they can't. A charge on the play. Bino Smith took it well. And an offensive foul on the break sends possession back to the Capital Seahawks. Here's Cox. Over for Palmer. way off on that one. The second chance, like most possessions, goes the Seahawks' way. The three by Gaines also short. Here are the Flying Cows. Nice behind the back pass, and the flush on the other end by Quinnen Scott. What a pass by Millinghaus. A nice two-man game there. Seahawks looking to answer, and they do so off the glass. A pretty shot off the window for Bino Smith. A play after taking that charge on the other end. Bino Smith says, I can put in a bucket too if need be. 15-point lead now for the Seahawks. Frederick looking to answer. It's some wild offense here. Do they know the shot clock? That's the question. They've had a couple shot clock violations here today. They do that time, but it doesn't matter. It's blocked by Cam Gaines. Here's Draco Palmer, wide open for Bino Smith. Squares up, and the second chance slam by A.J. Cox. What a possession there by the Seahawks. Head coach Jasper Williams is loving it. About an 11-12 second differential between shot clock and game clock. It doesn't matter now, though, as the shot clock goes dark. 10 before halftime. It's Draco Palmer near the Bulldogs logo. Cox with it now with 3 and change to go. Cox isolates, drives through. Before the buzzer sounds, it adds another 2. It's a 19-point halftime lead for A.J. Cox and the Capital Seahawks. The second chance dunked and the buzzer-beating scoop layup. A.J. Cox has had a half, and the Capital Seahawks sure are grateful for it. Skied in the air for that two-handed slam, then to end the half off the glass as the buzzer sounds. Capital Seahawks lead 56-37 at halftime. We'll be back for second half 94-50 League Hoops after the break. second half hoops at Bowie State University. Ben Geffner on the call for the Frederick Flying Cows, Capital Seahawks. Seahawks up 19 at the half, looking to extend on it right here. 56 points, just shy of their 117 season average, on pace for just around 112 right now. To start the half, it's nothing but air for the Seahawks, and the Flying Cows retain it. They're headed right to left, the Seahawks left to right. Here's Mekhi Grant. Loves that lefty mid-range. Can't get it to fall to open the half. Cox shuttles a pass over inside to Marcus Kennedy. Corner for Palmer. Just off the mark. Finds him back in the corner. Here's Palmer. It's double trouble for the Capital Seahawks. A game-high 22-point lead now for the Seahawks, and they're showing why they're the #1 team in this 94-50 league this season. Mekhi Grant. Quick pass over to Quentin Scott. A triple. Cannot answer back on the other end. Rebounded by Palmer. He's doing it all for the Seahawks right now. Over to Andre Fox. Fox, quick pass back over to Palmer. No good. But the second chance, skying through the air floater, comes from Cam Gaines. Lonnie Moore inside to Quentin Scott. Scott tries a right-handed hook shot and finds bottoms. Much needed bucket to stop the bleeding just a little bit. Still 22 points though. Palmer coming around the curl screen, back over to the mid-range from Marcus Kennedy. Kennedy dangerous from inside the perimeter, as we've seen all day today, both on the boards and on attack as well. Trying that same little right-handed hook shot as Mekhi Grant. That time he can't get it to fall. Here's Andre Fox, who steadies it back up and dribbling past the half-court Bulldogs logo. Inside, back to Kennedy. Some nice passing over, reversing, and foul on the play. Cam Gaines heads to the charity stripe. Let's take one more look at it. Kennedy. A nice heads-up pass inside. I think Gaines was calling for the alley-oop above. Instead, Kennedy went low with the bounce pass, but nonetheless, we're at the line. Still with a chance for two, just a different way. Gaines with the first. And we're nearing a 30-point blowout territory here. The Seahawks extending on their lead, play-by-play, possession by possession. 65-39 now, just under 5 minutes into this second half. Lonnie Moore on the double team, guarded closely by Fox on the perimeter. And DeAndre Johnson finds an elbow mid-range to fall, but it might be too little too late for the Flying Cows unless they can mount a comeback, and it starts with defense. They're now in a zone, trying that 2-3 zone. Different from the man we've seen all day today. Andre Fox has no problem. But it's going to be a foul on the play, a technical foul on the play, rather. Appears to be on Mekhi Grant. So the referee confirms it, the second personal on Mekhi Grant, but it's going to be a technical foul on him, so it's Draco Palmer at the line. And they continue to take advantage of these free look opportunities at the stripe.
Seahawks basketball.
So the one shot via the technical, and they get the side out. Here's Andre Fox. Over to Palmer, back in the corner for Cox. Up to Palmer with the headband now. Motions for a high pivot screen from Kennedy. Over to Fox, who drives to the lane, surges through traffic, and gets the bounce off the backboard and in. Andre Fox, pure excellence in the guard spot. And a block on the other end by A.J. Cox. Seahawks are doing it all here in this second half at Bowie State University. Another look at that block by Cox, coming out of nowhere, looking like LeBron, swatting it down the lane off the glass. Traore, the quick handoff, VHO to Alani Moore. Moore drawing the foul, can't get the bounce and can't get the foul either. Quick pass over to Palmer, bench on their feet. Can't capitalize on it, a loose ball foul on the play. It's staying right here. Andre Fox was pushed out, looking and jockeying for the rebound. Appears as if Johnson might have tweaked his hand on that one. Showing some signs of discomfort. Hope he's okay. Palmer taking the two-step. And the second chance, now the third chance. Why not? It's Cam Gaines with the third chance effort and a bucket as a result. So Gaines with the score. Let's see if they can match, and they steal it right back. It's a long entry pass, open runway, and it's an easy layup for Andre Fox. And a timeout by the Flying Cows. It's a 31-point lead for the Capital Seahawks. One more look at what made it 30+ right there from Andre Fox. .751 here to go in this third period at Bowie State University. Ben Geffner on the call for some SFBN action here on YouTube. It's 72-41 is your score. Flying Cows looking to answer right back after the timeout, and they do with an and one from Shadell Milinos. The 6'2" point guard attacks his way through traffic. Take one more look at how he did it. Weaving his way through the lane. Nice job drawing contact, sealing his defender with the right. And there's the three-point play. Cashes in at the free throw line to cut the deficit just a little bit. Fox, the lob. No jam on that one. A tough pass intended for A.J. Cox, who had a thunderous dunk in the first half. And it's a 5-0 scoring run. All of a sudden, DeAndre Johnson the latest for the Flying Cows. Cox, the fake, over to Kennedy. Palmer to Kennedy, the jam. Oh yeah, Marcus Kennedy. Consistent like the tide, rolling in and out day by day. Marcus Kennedy, always efficient inside the paint. And a block on the other end by Palmer. Head coach Jasper Williams liking what he's seen here at Bowie State University. And out of bounds, intended for DeAndre Johnson. He was looking to shoot it, but his foot touched, or grazed rather, the white out of bounds line. And another turnover for the Frederick Flying Cows. Fox inside to Kennedy, who's in triple threat position, looking for a handoff. He finds a DHO courtesy of Andre Fox. Fox spins left, half spin, back around right, and gets the shooter's bounce in for two. The Seahawks have thrived from the mid-range area after doing a good job from the three-point line in the first half. It's been all mid-range and twos in the second for the most part. Johnson sizing up Kennedy. The half spin, the three, it's pure. Bottoms for Mustafa Traore, who knocks in a three. But it's no good if you're trading threes. The Flying Cows know that better than anybody. Andre Fox, the mid-range, so pure. Back-to-back middies for Andre Fox, and it's back up to 29 points. Millinghaus says, let me answer right back really quick. Andre Fox takes the high screen, passes over to Palmer. Splash from Draco Palmer, the left wing triple. Back-to-back buckets now. Both teams red hot as we speak. Millinghaus, why not? Thinking about it is Alani Moore. Passes back up for Traore. Traore weaving through traffic, talking to the ref now, but he doesn't see there's a 3-on-1 on the other end, and a dunk on the play by A.J. Cox. A great job at running the rim all game long. A.J. Fox slamming a couple down on the rim too. Easy jumper there to answer right back is Traore. 30 points. And again, with 4:35 and change to go in this third quarter, it might just be too little too late for the Flying Cows to mount a comeback. Palmer, a triple, short on the front rim. Rebounded up and away by Traore. A 3-on-1. No pass comes, and the smart move as Millinghaus keeps it for an easy left-handed reverse two. Tough bucket attempt there is Andre Fox, and A.J. Cox hustling as he has been all game long, but it's a reach and foul. We're headed the other way. So a whole new 5 in for the Seahawks. In checks in for the first time today, Christian Lyons, the 6'6" forward, as well as a few others. You got Jalen Alston, who's given some good minutes here today. You also got Miles Whitfield, the Bowie native. Mo Creek, the three-point specialist, as well as Danny Agbalese, the Maryland native who we saw earlier in that first half. Rebounded strongly there by Lyons. Here is Whitfield. 5'11", former Prince George's CC guard. The three is off by the lefty Alston. Some subs in as well for the Flying Cows. And the bucket counts from one of them. It's Ronald Scott, 6-foot point guard. So reinforcements in for both teams. Zion Smith in there as well, alongside Traore, who's given this team some really, really good minutes here today. As well as Garrison Linton, the 6'4" guard. And rounding out the backcourt is Shadell Millinghaus, the starting point guard for this Flying Cow squad. Stealing on the block is Lyons. Here's Christian Lyons. A wild 2 attempt. Out of bounds, headed the other way as the clock stops at 3:08. Inside for Millinghaus. Shadell Millinghaus, an easy 2's on the board. Here is Miles Whitfield. Bowie, Maryland native, one of these newcomers this season that has so much potential, GM Mike Burrows told us. And logging the assist on that one. A great heads-up playmaker possession from Miles Whitfield. It's Ronald Scott inside to Millinghaus. Pass back to Ronald Scott, who's isolating Lyons. Scott diving and getting fouled and heading back to the free throw line where he just was a minute ago. With 2:21 left to go in this third quarter, a lot more free throws and a high volume of them by the Flying Cows. Still a 25-point deficit though. First one rattles in from Scott. Second one also is pure, so Ronald Scott hits both. 23 now. Pass inside now. And another foul on the other end, so more free throws coming. This once electric pace has slowed to a gradual halt as we take one more look at how that happened. See the seal inside there by Alston. Alston was driving left, and there's contact on that left arm. You see right there that left arm, and then on the shot up as well, some contact. So this game is grinded to a near halt in terms of the pace, as we've seen some subs in the last few minutes. Just 2 minutes and change to go in this third quarter. 0 for 2, but it doesn't matter. The second chance coming from Lyons, and the 2 coming as a result, no matter what. Christian Lyons, a 6'6" forward for the Seahawks squad. So good off the bench this season. Millinghaus. Another foul, so back-to-back-to-back free throws now. And the second straight possession of them for the Flying Cows. Nice rim running sequence there by Traore, and the big man heads to the line. Traore gets the shooter's bounce on the first one. And the second. And a wild sequence there. The second chance, the third chance. Lyons, it is once again. Christian Lyons back to back to back now. Here's the Flying Cows from the corner, no good. Another second chance rebound. No foul called on that play. A rare no foul call here to close this third quarter. Rebounded by Millinghaus. Here is Shadell Millinghaus. Outside for Scott, the pump, the midi, no good as the shot clock buzzer sounds. Here are the Seahawks. Sealing away inside. And a nice reverse on the play. Jalen Alston, an unbelievable sequence on the block there. Here's Ronald Scott. Fakes left, goes right. A pass inside to Traore, who goes back outside for Damian Daniels. Or Garrison Linton, rather, I should say. Millinghaus. Intended for Linton, stolen away. 30 seconds on the third quarter game clock. Why not? A triple. Mo Creek. And the rainwater is splashing down here into the creek at Bowie State University. 30 points is your lead for the Seahawks once again with 10 seconds and change to go in this third quarter. Millinghaus, one last gasp. Can't get it though. One to go. A heave on the other end, falls short, collected up by Draco Palmer on the bench, and the third comes to a close. A 30-point Seahawks lead after 3. Quarter number 4, 12 minutes on the clock from Bowie State University. The final 12 here between the Flying Cows and the Capital Seahawks. The fade away, the second chance. The reverse and a foul on the play sends Zion Smith to the line. One more look at how that happened. Smith, double teamed, skirts the baseline, but a foul before it. It's going to be called on Christian Lyons, who's been really good offensively today. That time just unable defensively to contain Smith. The Seahawks team averages just around 117 points this season. That's a league high. Still have just about 12 minutes to get there. The bench unit still in for both teams outside of Millinghaus and a few others. And here is Millinghaus. Another foul as he hits the deck hard with 11:29 to go. So foul on Miles Whitfield. Take one more look at that right to left sequence from Millinghaus. Before Miles Whitfield, someone who's new this year to the squad. A guy who's only 20 years old. Wasn't a big-time recruit in high school, a local star, and also a rookie for this Seahawks squad. (94-68) is your score with 11 minutes and change to go. Nice pass inside baseline. And the foul on the play, Jalen Alston's headed back to the free throw line. So many personal fouls in this third and fourth quarter. Another look at that spin baseline. And same exact sequence almost as what happened on the other end with Smith. It's a double team baseline. You call a foul on it. They hit the first. Here is the second. Alston hits 2 for 2. This game is back to a 28-point lead for the Capital Seahawks. Smith, a really good job, and another foul. Mo Creek thought he was straight up, so did Christian Lyons, and we're back to a side out. So a couple of these bench players now in foul trouble. .11 minutes to go in this ball game. The baseline reverse. Oh, that's so nice from Quentin Scott. Christian Lyons sizing through the lane. Doesn't get the foul call. That time you get the foul call, and it's on the and one. Appears as if the basket won't count, though. So the first called on Scott. And it'll be 2 shots for the Lions, so no basket on that one. Here is Christian Lyons, former Holmes Community College standout. Finds some nylon on the first one. Looking for some nylon on the second one. And he doesn't get it. Rattles up and out. Just shy of 100 are the Capital Seahawks now. Coast to coast. On that one is Quentin Scott. Whitfield, nice stop and start left to right. He's tough to stop when he's moving like that, but unable to convert on the floater. Wanting to foul is Damian Daniels, had good reason to. Whitfield over to Alston, stripped away. A wild, frenetic pace right now at Bowie State. Still no foul called as another 2 soars in. 10-11 to go in this one. A soft full court press now. It's a man press. A reach-in foul. It'll stay right here. Stay with the Seahawks. Posting up inside is Danny Agbalese. Behind the back. And now it's an open runway for an easy left-handed layup. And was it a timeout or a technical that was just called? Players congregating near half court, and it might have just been a technical foul called. And it was a delay of game technical foul on the Flying Cows. Second tech of the game on the Flying Cows. It's Mo Creek at the line, misses the technical, and they'll get a side out right now. Frederick not happy about this one with just under 10 to go in this ball game. Correction, appears it'll be a full court out, not a side court out. So baseline out of bounds here for the Seahawks. Here's Miles Whitfield, the 20-year-old 5'11" guard from just right here in Prince George's County. That one wrapped away. Another transition sequence off the glass, no good for this reserve squad of the Seahawks. And immediate turnover. They collected defense to offense right here. Appears as if there was some contact. Quinn and Scott thought so, but they didn't get the call. Alston over to Creek. Creek top of the key, no good. Corralled in from Alston. It's headed the other way. Lions wanted a call on it. Chris Ray's back in the ball game. Another one of these really good bench pieces for the Seahawks. Here are the Frederick Flying Cows. 8:45 to go in this ball game, and that man right there has been really, really good today. Shadell Millinghaus. Here's Mo Creek. Inside. The fadeaway from Lions, no good. Corralled, a great seal there by Alston. And Lions is happy, Alston is happy. And Chris Ray and Damian Daniels are talking about it now. The 5'8" Damian Daniels talking to the 6'7" Chris Ray about that last sequence there. See them hustling for the box out together. Alston cashes in. Other direction, and one on the play for Ronald Scott. And so, team's fourth foul on that one by the Seahawks as Scott muscles his way for two, plus another maybe here at the charity stripe. So a 20-point ball game. Just shy of 100 are the Seahawks, 99 on the game. Ray out for Creek. Nice stop and start, and hits. Mo Creek is automatic from distance. Staying right here as the clock stops at just over 7. Seahawks looking for their 16th straight victory of 2026. Undefeated on the year. A reach-in foul there, though. It's Scott at the line again. Quentin Scott, that is. Hits the first. Again, still a 21-point ball game. 7:43 to go. This one is not over yet. But it's tough to trade buckets. You need some sizable, tangible momentum if you're the Flying Cows right about now, and maybe those free throws might have given it to him. Christian Lyons says, not so fast, adding another 2 right there to extend the lead. Blocked away by Christian Lyons. Garrison Linton with the attempt on that one. So we're headed back to the free throw line for Lions as the foul was called on Grant, his 4th of the game. The first is no good, long off the back rim.
Seahawks number 3, Draco Palmer, and number 6, A.J. Cox, replacing Bo Creek and Jalen Alston.
Alston checks out, Draco Palmer checks in. Second is good, 1 for 2 goes Christian Lions. Long range triple is good from Ronald Scott there. Nice pass up top. Spin around there. And another loose foul. Back to the line. Do we go? Yes, we do. More free throws here at Bowie State University. The foul comes on Garrison Linton, his second, first of the game, so to speak. Bino Smith drains the first. And the second, cashes it on 2 for 2 from the line. The lefty looking to answer, but he can't. Gets the board again, no good. Another foul called, more free throws we're gonna have. So 106-84 is your score as we enter a timeout. We'll sketch you on the other side of the break with 6:41 to go. The final 6:41 here at Bowie State University. It's A.J. Cox with the first of 2 free throws. We've seen a lot of free throws here in this 4th quarter. Both teams now firmly in the bonus. And a lot of shots coming as a result off those reach in and loose ball fouls, especially on the second chance efforts. Quentin Scott, the fadeaway, that's pure off the glass and in. Now 20, but they're running out of time to mount this comeback. Long range triple, in and out from A.J. Cox. Stolen away there on the play by Darius Linton, and the flush by Zion Smith. Or Quentin Scott, rather. This is an 18-point ball game now. You never know here at Bowie State what could happen. Even though the Seahawks team is 15-0 on the year, you just never know in the 94-50 league. Swatted out of bounds, baseline. It stays right here with the Seahawks. Palmer inside now to Bino Smith, who drains a mid-range jumper. 108-88 is your score, and a long full-court pass turnover intended for Garrison Linton. So miscommunication by Scott and Linton, and here comes the full court press now firmly in effect. Stolen away by Ray. Trying to go 2 for 1 are the Seahawks. There's Palmer, a floater. Oh yeah, Draco Palmer. An exclamation mark for the Seahawks. Linton finds Bottoms on the triple. Seahawks just 5 points shy now with their season average. They've been such an efficient, high-scoring offense this season, always above 115. Lions making sure they get there once again today. Quentin Scott diving through the lane. The lefty off the glass is in. So good by Quentin Scott, the 6'7" small forward. And the reverse, a crafty finish there by A.J. Cox and the Seahawks. 4:02 left. It'll be subs in and out on the board. Take another look at that reverse offhand lay there by A.J. Cox. Pretty nice stuff. Damian Daniels in the inbound for Frederick. Back over to Daniels, the lefty from distance. Second chance rebound. No need to foul on that one, but they do anyways. And back to the line for 2 at the charity stripe. That one, Gaines got a hand on. So a foul on Gaines. Second one is good too. Cox over to Bino Smith, who connects and gets a shooter's bounce to put them well above their season average now, with 3:20 to go. A nice scoop layup. Unfortunately for Damian Daniels, can't get there. He deflects out of bounds. It's going to go the other direction nonetheless. The wraparound, 2 defenders on him. Third chance now for the Seahawks. A lot of bodies in that paint. 4th chance, 5th chance effort. The Seahawks. Number 5. As they settle down, some more methodical looks here. They turn it over, but a foul on the play. And guess what? We're headed back to the free throw line for a few more shots. First one is good. So Lyons checks in. He saw some really good minutes in the third quarter there for the Seahawks. And 120 up now is your point total for your Capital Seahawks. 94 for Frederick. Make that 96. They're looking to break 100 before this one's over. Whitfield now getting double teamed. A nice press break, a really nice press break by Draco Palmer and Miles Whitfield, the 2-man backcourt. Here's Whitfield sizing his way through the lane, goes left, goes right, just off. See if that's a jump ball. Instead, they call it as a foul on the play. That'll be a foul on A.J. Cox with just 2:15 to go. Talking to the ref, he didn't like that one. It'll still be a foul call nonetheless, though. Nakai Grant shooting 2. Two for 2 is Nakai Grant. Whitfield breaks the press pretty easily. And an easy travel call there with Christian Lyons. Linton, long range 3, way off the mark. Just under 2 left to play. This one might be all but said and done here. Lions sizing through, adding 2 more inside the painted area. A few possessions remaining for the Seahawks. Let's see if they still continue to go full steam on it. But they stepped out of bounds. A miscommunication on that. Only the second time today that's happened. Happened a lot more frequently earlier in the season for the Seahawks. And the 3 on the other end capitalizes this one. 25-point lead that might be under wraps here in the final minute. Daniels, nice pass for a flush inside by Grant. 1:10 to go. Whitfield says, I'll match you with that one. That's the exclamation that the Seahawks might not have been looking for, but they got it anyways. Back-to-back dunks. It's a dunk contest here at Bowie State. pure cash by Draco Palmer. Just under a minute remaining in this one. And another three on the other end. So all of a sudden, these two offenses are hitting their stride at maybe not the most perfect time, but still in the last minute. Finding some rhythm and going way upstairs for the slam attempt on that one was Whitfield, unable to come down with it. Easy two for Linton. 30 seconds and change to go. Lions with a windmill. Raising the roof at Bowie State University, Christian Lions and Company. Shot clock is dark, and they'll just hold this one out. And the Capital Seahawks windmill and dance their way to their 16th consecutive win. Undefeated. They stay 16-0 on the year, first in 94-50 league. And it looks as if there's just a second or two left on the clock, which they'll play out right here. And that will do it. Not sure why that happened, but it happened nonetheless. The Seahawks dance to their 16th straight win and hand the Flying Cows their 9th loss of 2026. The best team in the 94-50 league stays perfect here at Bowie State University. For our entire crew, Ben Geffner saying so long from Bowie State. We'll see you next time for some Capital Seahawks basketball.